Hey guys, Martin here from Awaken Realms, and today I'm very happy to show you the This War of Mine, the board game. We'll make a short gameplay video, so you'll basically know the rules and more or less know how the game looks like. With me is Adrian, Evelina, and Gosha, and actually Evelina and Gosha never played a lot of board games, like a lot. We played like Monopoly.
Yes, maybe.
Exploding kittens.
And you lost a lot with me.
Yes.
But this actually is to prove the point that this game is open and play. And as you can see, there are a lot of components in here, but it is designed in a way that even a person who didn't have a lot of experience in the board games can actually sit down, play it, and enjoy it. So if you haven't heard about This War of Mine, this is a game that will show you the war dilemma of civilian trapped in the war-torn city. So like the slogan of the game is, in war not everyone is a soldier. And basically what this means is that when you're a civilian that is like trapped in the middle of the conflict, your only target is just to survive. And sometimes to do that you will need to do a lot of bad things. Sometimes you will have like a lot of moral dilemmas of what should I do, should I save someone or not. And this game is basically trying to capture this and show you this experience of the drama you could have on the world. So basically this is a fully cooperation game, so every one of us controls all the miniatures. I'll be helping you with the rules. Normally you would have a journal that will have you step by step on every element of the game. It is all here, but just on the purpose of the video I'll be explaining everything on the go. And what is also important is that our only target here is to survive. There are no points, no competition, no hidden goals. Everyone is controlling every character, so basically we have like all the unity, but a person holding the journal is the one making the call. So basically there will be some different scenarios in the game, but whenever I have the journal, I can decide what we're doing. You guys can throw in suggestion and like debate what we should do, and after I make decision I pass on the journal and next person is making the final call. Alright? So just one last thing before we go. We have those two zones of the map. So we have our shelter, which represent our house that we are hiding in. So this element of the game will be during the day. So during the day we can build it up, clean it up, add some elements like build a bed, make use of our all our supplies that we have on the locker, and basically trying to like utilize whatever we found at night, trying to heal ourselves, like get our moods up, just like like usual stuff. And we have the scavenge zone, which will feature different locations. We'll draw them at random later on, and those locations we'll try to find a lot of elements in here. We can find weapons, food, herbs, or like just some stuff to find. So those are the two game zones we'll be playing in. Alright, so I think that's all. If you will have any questions during the game, just ask me and I'll be happy to help. So yeah, everyone ready to go?
Yep. Yeah.
Right, so I'll be starting player, and we'll be starting with the starting event. Okay, so it is the first day. When the Civil War broke out, many people thought it would only last a couple of weeks. It has been years since government military surrounded the rebels in the capital, cutting off supply lines. The civilian population trapped in a city are suffering from hunger, disease and shelling. It's another day of waiting for the end of the war. So draw and consider a card from an arrivals deck. After you've done that, remove this card from the game and skip directly to evening phase. Alright, so we're drawing the arrivals. Okay, someone is at the door. A furious stranger asks for shelter. If you decide to take him here, draw a card to determine who it is from the unused character deck. Place a level 1 illness token on it. Roll a fate die for each character in your group. Raise illness of any character with result 1 to 4 by 1. Add bandages, shotgun, and 1 ammo to the storage. Then remove the rival card from the game. So basically the question is here is that there's a person that is ill, and if we will choose to take this person in, all our characters, we have 4 characters right now, will get chance to get ill as well. Once you get ill, you need to find herbs and meds to get better, and if you will not, you get worse. But this character gives us shotgun, which is pretty cool weapon to have for scavenge, and bandages. So, yeah, Adrian, your thoughts?
I would say to not let him in.
It's illness, right?
Yeah, so it's like a major deal for the beginning, and I think it would be bad to risk everyone getting sick at the very beginning of the game.
We have 40% chance that people will get ill by it. So I don't know. Evelina, what do you think?
I would say take him because he has gun and also bandages, you said?
Yeah.
They can
bandages.
heal?
Well, the bandages can heal your wounds, but they can heal your illness. So.
Okay.
Lasha, what do you think?
I think we shouldn't let him or her in, yes, because of illness.
I'm all in. Because it's, we have 4 characters, and if all of them get ill, that's a major deal. So we just don't use it. So this card goes to waste. I'll just throw it under the table, but normally it will go to a waste bag. Alright, so we're going to directly to the evening phase. So now it is you who's make the decision. And what you need to make is you need to make the decision on who will go out scavenging, who will go try to sleep on the floor because we don't have any bed. If you go to sleep on the floor, you can actually have only 30% chance on not getting fatigue. And also you can decide who's gonna stay at guard. And the more people are at guard, the more possibilities we will be able to defend against the night rides, who will try to take our stuff and wound our heroes. So every character have the statistic on the miniature. Here is the prowess, meaning how good they will do in combat. And here is the amount of bricks on the back are symbolizing how much they can take. So basically we have those 4 heroes.
But someone has to sleep on the floor?
No, you can decide. Basically the 3 person max can go to scavenge. So this is Marco and Arika. They actually have the red color. They meaning that they are good scavengers, and those guys are better at home.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's put R.
I mean, would suggest taking the 2 good scavengers out. And
So
the
Arika
other
and Marco.
2, yeah.
Yeah,
Does
exactly.
that have here 3
Yeah,
marks?
yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
So they are good scavengers, and they can carry a lot of things because they total have 8 of things. Alright, and will someone try to sleep on the floor?
I don't think.
If they sleep on the floor, can they defend or not?
No.
Alright.
So it is maybe Anton, because he have only 1 prowess, could try to sleep on the floor, because, I don't know.
He could.
He could. Yeah. But it's, probably. What do you think?
But it's the first night, yes?
I would
It is the
suggest
first
stay guard.
Yeah, I would say now we don't need it, so let's make them guard the door.
Alright, okay, so that will be it, right? Okay, so pass the drill to Adrian. Okay, so now we'll draw 3 random locations. And there are a lot of locations, and every location have different. Okay, so this is reality impact, but we're ignoring it. This only works later on. Okay, and church. Okay, so we have we have construction site, church, and the supermarket. All right, and we can choose one of those 3 locations, but all heroes needs to go to one location. All right, and okay, we have a construction site. What we can find there is part, vegetables, and shovel. Those are additional findings that we can find. Okay, we have a church, and in church we can find alcohol and jewelry. Oh yeah, actually, yeah, and
Church wine.
and we have a supermarket, and in supermarket we have 1 to nothing, book, sugar, part, weapon part, alcohol, coffee, cigarette, vegetable. So like quite a lot of things. And just one more thing is that this location is the closest to us. So we will have more time scavenging it. This is the middle one, and this is like the least one. So I don't know, Adrian, you're picking the location, but
Yeah,
I would go for the supermarket, I guess.
To the supermarket.
Well, they have like the highest chance for additional findings.
But they have the least actions.
Well, that's
Yeah.
I will choose the first location.
So the construction site.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I would also go to the construction site, but since I see that there are much more possibilities
Exactly.
of looting something, I think I will just go to the supermarket.
All right.
So-
So let's make the call. All right. Let's pass on the journal. Okay. So now we'll be looking, and we have like 8 actions. So we just take 8 cards, and we're going to the unknown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. And we have map options. What map are?
Open space, basement entrance, bars and closed door.
Okay. Open space.
Basement entrance,
Right.
bars
Okay.
and closed door.
And the closed door. Alright, one more thing that we didn't actually do but could be very useful. We can take lockpick with us.
Yeah.
And we should, because it does not weigh anything and it can help us to open the door. Okay, so this card, open space, must be considered at the very beginning of exploration, so without doing anything. We need to consider it, and it say that we need to raise the noise by 1 and roll for noise. And now I will explain you just briefly how the noise works. So the noise is our risk factor. So whenever the card will say to us, raise the noise, we raise the noise, and whenever it will roll for a noise, it makes us roll for a noise to check out if we meet someone. So if the score will be below, this is 10, what's the
Dice 10.
Dice 10, exactly. That's cool. So dice 10, and you know, like for example, if we'll have 5, so we can always drive 5 or lower, then we'll meet someone from residents. And this can be various people. It can be civilians, it can be a merchant, but it can also be a soldier, hobo, or you know, like some bad things happening. So we usually don't want to meet someone, so we try to keep it quiet. All right. Okay, so we actually, because this is the open space location, so to get to the supermarket we need to go through those noise, so we're actually going to 1 and we're rolling for noise, and it is 5, so we are good. Okay, so now we have those exploration action, and we have the 3 actions that we can use, but we'll get to later on. Okay, so Gosha, I will just pass you on the exploration action and just read aloud what.
Okay, so once here, discard 2 explorations card or rise noise level by 1 and roll for noise.
So we can either discard 2 cards to make our exploration shorter, or raise a noise and roll for noise. Yeah. I would raise the noise because we have only noise 1.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so too.
Right. So let's do it. Okay, so this goes to the discard pile. And do you roll for the dice? Don't roll the 7. Okay, that's
Yeah,
good.
that's cool.
Right, so now my turn. Okay, stairs. Looks for another way, discard 2 exploration cards, or enter and raise noise level by 1 and roll for noise. I would enter and raise noise. We have also the Arika, and Arika have a special skill that once per scavenging, Arika can remove 3 noise points.
So I can go to 0 now.
Yeah, so we can make it to 0 and roll for noise. So, well, 9 is bigger than 0, so we're good. Okay, Evelina?
Reality impact.
Alright, reality impact. So, this is from the exploration deck. Okay, so basically the reality impact will be the core role-playing factor of the game, where you will get to make very important choices and will be very they will be made in very special way that will involve some stories. And right now it is only a prototype script, but later on the book will consist of thousands of adventures, so basically there will be a lot of them. And try to read this one.
Someone's here. Smoke still rises from an unburned cigarette butt in the ashtray. You notice a destroyed guitar in the corner and an empty bottle and some glasses on the cupboard. We carefully scavenge on. We can shout, "Anybody here?" or we retreat silently.
Alright, so basically the first 2 have the consequences that we don't know what will be, and the third one, we will finish exploration and exit this location. But we don't actually found anything, so I don't think we should return. So we can either scavenge on or we shout, "Anybody's here." And
I would suggest just to go quietly, just scavenge on.
I would shout.
Why?
Because it can be, like someone's normal, you don't know if it is someone's bad. Maybe it's just, like... it doesn't say it like, smoke still rises from an unburned cigarette, but it's in the ashtray. You notice a destroyed guitar in the corner and an empty bottle and some glasses on the cupboard. It doesn't say that, like you see some military stuff. It's just, like some regular stuff that you would find in a civilian house. So, like we're in someone's house. So we can actually, ask. But it is Evelina's call. I would say that, it's okay to shout if someone's here.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
We didn't done anything wrong, especially...
And we know we were in the supermarket.
Well, yeah, there's someone.
Someone's actually taking a shot earlier.
I'll carefully scavenge on.
Okay, that's your decision?
Yes.
Alright, so we're going to the A02 and this will tell you the results of the A02. Alright, so suddenly, out of nowhere, somebody shoots. Okay, good. Roll a combat die, firearm, to determine how many wounds, represented by the gun sight symbol, were inflicted on one of the characters. Choose which one. You hear somebody running and doors banging. Raise noise by 3. Raise noise by 3. Now, if anybody in the group is still alive, you may continue exploration. So, I wouldn't say the best score. Or you don't know actually what would happen if we
Because
would
you
cut
just chose like a random reality impact story.
Alright, okay, so roll the dice. Okay, so this is 1 wound. If those person who would have shotgun, it is an automatic kill, but right now it is 1 wound. So we can inflict it either on Arika or on Marco. And I would give it to Arika because
Yes, I will choose Erika.
she has less inventory. Marco has 5 inventory, she has 3 inventory.
Okay.
Alright? Okay, so 1 wound on her. Well, it's not that bad, I guess. Alright, so Adrian?
Yeah.
Take the journal.
Next event?
Yeah, next
No,
event.
exploration.
Yeah.
Poke about. Discard 1 exploration card or roll for noise. Next, roll a fate die for the finding table on the location card corresponding to where you are. So,
We have 3 noise.
yeah, we can just roll for
I would
noise.
say
yeah.
roll for noise. Yeah. 6.
Yeah.
That's good, okay. And
Roll a fate die for the findings table on the location card.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
this one.
roll. What do we want? Cigarette. No,
Yeah.
that would be sweet. Or 10 vegetable.
Vegetable.
Okay,
7.
7. What it is.
Alcohol.
Good enough. 100%. On the items you can see actually the weight and the value.
Okay.
So it is the value is in the trade. Okay. So we finally get something. Lesha? Exploration.
Poke about. Discard one exploration card or roll for noise.
Let's roll for noise,
Yes.
I guess. You guys have better luck, so don't roll. Okay,
So-
that's good. Okay, and roll one more time for.
Findings.
And 9
Nine.
is
Cigarettes.
cigarettes. Okay, alcohol and cigarettes. That's a party.
It's a good start.
That's a good start, exactly. Okay, so how many left exploration? We have 3 cards. Okay, so what I would like to do is we have a closed door. We can always use up one of those location cards. Okay, so we can pick the lock. So try to use our lock pick and discard one exploration card. So this is our.
So we can go there instead of exploration.
Exactly, instead of exploration. And if I will get result 5 to 10, it is open and we get 5 additional exploration cards. And if it is 9 or 10, the lock pick's broke. So we need to. But I would use it because we have like little exploration left and we still haven't found anything.
Yep.
Okay, so let's try. 5 or 10. 2. Okay, so we just lost 1 exploration card. And this goes without here. Okay, so what I would suggest, perhaps a basement entrance would be nice. It's very risky, but we still don't have much of things. It will give us 5 exploration cards, but for 2 noise and roll for noise.
Okay. Okay, let's do this because we don't have much.
We have 2 explorations, so we can still make 1 exploration and then go to basement entrance. Or,
I think that would be best.
but you know, like it can tell us to discard 1 exploration card.
Alright.
I'll
So
go
let's
to
do
the
the-
basement.
Yeah, okay. Right.
So we have to raise noise by 2.
Yeah.
And roll for noise.
4. Okay, that's bad. Okay, so the good thing is that their noise level goes back to 0, and now we're taking their. Yeah, this goes to the map. We get 5 exploration cards additionally. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's
And we
the
now check
price?
who's in it. Jesus, that's stressful. Okay, civilians. Doesn't seem that bad. Okay, it turns out that there are miserable looking people hiding in there. Mostly elders, women and children. From now on, until leaving this location, if you will take anything from a card marked as private, roll a fate die for each character taking a part in the scavenging. A result equal or lower than a character's empathy. Raise this character misery by 1. You may also share some food or meds with these people and see 390 or talk to them. We can always talk to them, I guess.
Yeah.
We don't have any food yet.
We don't have any
food,
food,
no.
so we have alcohol and cigarettes, so that's maybe considered as a food. So we talk to them.
Yes.
490. Okay, let's go forward the script. So this is. These peoples don't possess any valuable information. There are 2 youngest among them from the safety zone. One day the soldiers took everyone from the zone to the forest. They were the only 2 to have XP. Nobody chased them. They just shoot. Their little sister got hit. She was slower. Well, that's depressing. So basically, okay. So this didn't actually give us any information, but any information other than people are dying and the soldiers are shooting. Which is not cool. Okay, give the red.
So next exploration.
Yeah.
Door. Look for another way. Discard 1 exploration card or enter. Raise noise level by 1 or roll for noise.
Roll for noise because
Yeah,
we
I
have
would
0.
just
So that's we don't even
nothing
need to
happens.
roll because it's
Yeah.
0. Okay, Gosha.
Reality impact. Something unexpected happened.
Alright. Okay, so we have another reality impact, but this is one is from another list. Which is here. Location cards, exploration. Alright. Okay, if someone or something is watching us from afar, it judges us by how we treat those creatures that are weaker than us. You hear a dog whining. A small, miserable dog rubs against your trouser's leg. One of its legs is basically a stump. So we have two options. We can drive the dog away. After a while you manage to discourage the dog. It followed you for some time, but it finally resigned. Or we can keep it, and we'll see what the consequences will be of keeping him.
I want to keep the dog.
Well, I think we should keep the dog. I don't see a problem with the dog, I guess. Adrian?
Okay.
Yes.
It's not a mouth to feed, but yeah.
Alright. Okay, so basically A04. Right. Take a consequences token. This is the white token. And write dog on it and write number of scripts. Also put 3 lines mark on it. The token will from now on symbolize the dog you decide to keep. Give a dog a name. Okay. What will be the dog's name?
Peter.
Why Peter?
I don't know.
Okay, it can be
I'm fine with Peter.
it's okay. Peter. Okay, so that Peter must eat. Whenever you don't feed the dog, cross out of the lines, marks. After all 3 lines have been crossed out, the dog will completely finish and it will be too late to save him. So we basically it will die. And we can actually use the dog. So it can be assigned either to scavenge party or help the guarding door. So the guard door, the dog warns you about the approaching danger. So we can see the top of the Knight's Rights deck before you decide what character should stay on guard. And you can, well, that's cruel, you can sacrifice the dog to ignore up to 4 wounds. And at scavenging, you can sacrifice the dog to ignore the wounds inflicted by 1 enemy combat dice. Okay. So basically we will not write out the token because it's just a sample game, but normally it would stay with you like the whole game, right? Okay, that's cool thing. It was a good decision to keep the dog. Dogs are good creatures, not cats. Like if there will be a cat card, it will be like.
It will be better.
No. Alright, so next.
Don't start
So
a
where
war.
do you the civilians?
Sorry, civilians goes back to the waist back. And we continue our exploration because we still haven't found anything useful other than the dog. We need some food. Okay, search the heap. Okay. You may ignore this card or search the heap, discard 2 exploration cards and raise noise by 1 or raise noise by 1 and roll for noise, which we would do. So, by 1, okay, I will need to, that's 7, that's cool. So, draw and resolve 1 card from the findings deck, heaps card, okay? Just let me shuffle it and take 1. Okay, the heap will be, okay, so we have 1 electric part, which is cool. We have okay. 1 foot filterizer, no. 1 gunpowder and 1 shell. Gunpowder and 1 shell.
And nothing to eat.
And still nothing to feed. Alright, so now we'll take another exploration, so I think it will be your turn, and exploration card.
Stairs. Look for another way.
Yep.
We have to discard 2 exploration cards, or we can enter and we raise noise level by 1 and roll for noise.
Alright, that's one additional thing. Remember the civilian cards? So we took from the private card. So we need to roll for misery.
Oh yeah.
And if, okay, so only those 2 characters at scavenging, so we are just rolling. And the Arika have 4 empathy, so
We basically took their stuff.
so we took their stuff, and it is kind of, you know, like not cool because they are miserable people, like women and children and old people. So the Arika first, so she had 4 empathy, so I need to roll 4 or more to, okay, 1. That's not, so she got misery 1. And so she's wounded and miserable. And Marco has empathy 5, so you know, like he used to be a firefighter actually. Okay, empathy 5, so he also miserable because of it. And anytime we'll take.
So you have to roll higher.
Yeah, you need to roll higher. Yeah. Okay, so what's...
I say we enter and we raise noise.
Yeah, that's a good
By one and roll the
from
noise.
this. Yeah. 8. That's cool. Alright. Adrian? Exploration.
We have 1, 2, 3 left.
Okay, we can also... No, we can actually do nothing. Because we don't have a soul. So.
Yeah. Door. Look for another way. Discard 1 exploration card or enter, raise noise by 1 and roll. So we'll raise and roll and we are fine.
Okay, sure. And okay, Kusha, make a good use of it.
You can ignore this card or discard 2 exploration card to save it and use any time during this scavenge. Hideout.
Ah yeah, so basically this card will, if we'll encounter something, we can use this card and just, you know, like don't carry
Well,
on.
we don't have to discard,
Yeah,
so
so we'll
Yeah.
just discard.
this one. Hopefully good.
Okay, emotions, let's go. We need food. We need food. If we will not have any food, we'll screw it. So. Okay, search the heap. That's cool, but it's not as good as. Okay, so we actually raise noise level by 1. Or we can actually discard 2 cards explanation, so we don't have actually none, so we just raise noise by 1. And we search the heap. Let's shuffle this one because I don't trust it. Alright. And okay, what do we have at heap? So we have 1 book and 2 parts. No food. I think that there are no foods at heaps. You don't store food at heap, right? Do you? In pantry there is food. Okay, so we have parts and we have 1 book.
So we're gonna go hungry.
We will be hungry indeed. So this one goes to waste. And this is not private. That's a good thing. So we don't actually have. Okay, so the exploration is finished. So those cards go here. And the map is here. Okay. And alright, now I'll just check. So we have here scavenge. Okay, right now we are searching if we have used up the location. So if we'll roll 6 or lower, the location will be used up and we'll need to find out a new location. So we're going home. There's guy go here. And 3. Okay, so this location is used up. And it's, we cannot go there anymore. And the new location is Quiet House. And we can find their book, mat ingredients, herbal mat, vegetable mat, and canned food. Quiet House doesn't, like in all on the horror movies, the Quiet House are always a bad place to go, but I don't think. Right. Okay, so we're actually going to be back, but before we're back, the night ride happens. And we'll see what will happen. The dog is with, we cannot use dog right now because
it's scavenging.
Exactly. Okay, starved people. So their damage are 4 tokens or resources, starting from the green tokens and 1 wound. Okay, so we don't have any green tokens. And what we can do to defend them, we can roll the dice. We have only the melee dice because so that basically the combat works like this, that we have those 3 guys. If we don't have weapons, we roll the melee dice, and there are like only 2 options, that we can 1 wound and 2 wounds, and all the other slots are empty. If we have a knife or a bar or whatever weapon it is, melee weapon, we have like more possibilities to cast wounds and even 3 wounds. If we have a rifle, almost every option is a wound. There's only one blank shot and 1 shot that will say you that we are out of ammo. Alright? Okay, so basically we will roll with Anton to see if we'll be able to reflect a wound or a damage. Alright? Okay, so Anton have 2 damages are actually covered, and the Marine Marin will. Okay, and we can re-roll because his prowess is 2. So the prowess says you how much you can re-roll, but you need to stay with the end result. Okay, so no. Okay, so basically what I would say is what we should give to them. 1 component and 1 wood. Because we can decide, because the token said that only they will take food, and after the food we can, like whatever.
So damage is how many components they will take for us.
Yeah.
Alright. And wound we will get it anyway.
We'll get wood, I think so.
Yeah. So yeah, I will say 1 of each.
1 component and 1 wood.
Yeah.
Alright. And who gets wounded? We get Anton and Marin. And Anton has empathy 5 and prowess 1, he can cover 3. Marin has prowess 2 and empathy 5. So I would probably go give it to Anton.
Yeah.
But he was a good fighter, he cast like 2 moves with only fists. Alright, okay, and now the party has returned. Okay, this one goes back there. And
I think we actually have to check if we
yeah,
can
exactly,
carry
how much we
everything.
can carry. Okay, so those things goes without weight. So they are, yeah, quite a lot. Okay, doesn't look that bad. And what we can, okay, we can
Weight
carry
of 4,
actually,
so we can have everything.
we can have everything. And we can add, always from scavenging, we can add wood, water and components as much as we want. So we have 4 more slots. So
Yeah, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we can take 8.
for additional stuff. So I would take 1 water and I don't know, like two woods and 1 component.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So they are bringing this home. Alright. And they are home. Okay. So now Adelina, it will be your turn. And basically, what we can do is every character have actions possible. How many actions they can do depends on the level. So basically, you can see on those components there are the black circles, right? And the amount of black circles people have is how basically tired, wounded, ill they are, and so on. But before we'll go to the day, we also have like 4 narrative actions that we'll be able to use for the next day, and you'll decide which 2 we'll take. So just read them aloud so we can decide.
Okay, first one, poke around. Play during day phase after the poke about action. Instead of rolling die, you automatically find 5 wood components.
I guess that's not that good.
Duty. Play during day phase, raise 1 character's fatigue by 1 to automatically remove, without losing an action, 1 rubble card.
Those are the rubble cards, so normally you need to spend an action on that. That's pretty cool.
Dead on. Play during any combat or backstab action. If you are wielding a hatchet, you automatically kill 1 opponent.
That's cool.
Or play during a night raid. If the character on guard duty has a hatchet, automatically ignore 1 night raid card.
We don't have a hatchet, so.
And the last one, close call. Play during any combat to ignore all wounds from a single hit shot, or play during a night raid to ignore wounds from 1 night raid card.
I would take the close call
To ignore all wounds.
and the rubble
The
duty.
second one, I think.
Duty.
Usually.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Alright, and the rest goes okay, down. Okay, so we can use those cards like anytime during the day or combat. Okay, so now we'll have the day, and as I said, actually our characters are in pretty good condition. So every character will have 3 actions, but as they will go more fatigued, more tired, more miserable, they have less and less actions. Until, for example, if you have 6 black circles on those tokens on your character, she will only be in bed and will not do anything at all just like laying around and do nothing. So let's start with doing like what possible actions we can do. So you can see this is our shelter, and we can like search the heap for something. We can try to get through the rubble. We can try to get through the closed door. To get through the rubble, we need to use a shovel or 2-person.
But we have.
Yeah, we have shovel, so that's cool. But the shovel can break. Or we can use 2-person to turn this card over and like without a shovel. We can like the best things are always in furnitures and in heap. And the rest will have like this. We can also build something, and we can build a bed for 4 wood and 3 components, which we have. And if we decide to build something, we place it like this. It is then built, but it needs 1 character action. We can build a simple heater, but there is no winter, so we don't need a heater right now. We can build a workshop. 1 part, 7 components, 3 woods, but we don't have. And in workshop we can like change some parts onto building some other stuff. And we can build a radio with 2 electric parts. We don't have 2 parts and 3 components. And what radio does, it makes us, we can look at the first card from events, nitrates, or nitrates card to like know what's coming. So basically it tells you, like the news tells you what will gonna happen. And relax, so we can lower a misery because of radio, but we can't build it. Okay, so the day starts with another event. Okay, and at the very end there are like those ending events which will determine you, one of those ending events is like the end of war, and then we survived and lived. But okay, let's see what event we have. Okay, we have warming. So remove 1 winter card from card slot, but there is no. So that's it. So basically the event, normally some event cards can tell you that there will be a cold, a winter or anything, and the characters can get ill because of it, but it's good. Okay, so Evelina, you can assess what people will do, what thing.
And how many actions we have?
Every character has 1 action,
Okay.
and then there's another turn with every character having 1 action and another turn. So
You can actually see the line of direction on the map.
Yeah.
Down here with dots, so we can't go like straight to here. Here we have to follow the paths.
Oh, okay.
I would go for the heap.
Okay, if you say so.
So put a character in. Okay, and 3 more. We should build a bed, perhaps.
I
Okay.
think we should try search for food. Maybe it will be hidden in furniture.
Maybe in furniture, yeah, that's a good idea.
But can I go here?
No, you
You
need
have
to
to
go
go
through.
through rubble. We can
But
try
we
a
have
shovel.
Yeah, we have a shovel.
Okay.
Right.
And 1 for the
No,
bed.
he can't go through it. He can build a bed, for example, here or here.
Okay.
Do you want to?
Yes.
I think it's a good idea. So okay, so we build a bed here, and we use all the resources for it.
But if this one goes to rubble, I can't put like
No, later.
fuel on.
Another action.
I have to wait.
Okay, so this person perhaps.
You can try to lockpick a door.
Those ones.
Yeah.
I think maybe
Maybe rubble.
this rubble will
Or
be better.
rubble,
Yeah, because we'll have the furnitures. There's a possibility that we'll be able to go. All right. Okay, so first this guy. So yeah, this action is completed. That's okay. And the rubble. So just roll dice if the shovel didn't broke. 2. Okay, so the shovel is cool. He's back, and effect remove 1 component into the storage. Additional roll 5. Okay, so we got 1 component from the rubble. That's cool. And this goes here. Okay, and the heap. What do we have in the heap? We have 5 components and 5 wood. That's a lot. Okay, and here is the locker times 5. So whenever you will have like 5 of them, that's symbolizing. And rubble. Again, roll a fade die. Okay, that's cool. So it didn't broke. And we have one wood from this rubble. Okay. And one wood goes here. Okay, Adrian?
How many actions do we have?
Like one more
Yeah.
with every characters, and after that one more, because
Alright.
all of them are pretty healthy.
Okay, so
Oh yeah, one more thing. The Marine, during the day, he can poke around actions. This one is.
Mm-hmm.
So he can find like some wood or components and add 3 to this roll.
Okay, but I think I will just try for
Yeah.
the heap and the furniture.
Yeah.
So one over here, one over here.
We can actually build another bed.
Yeah, one will build a bed. And we have a components.
We should go to the closed door, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we can try here.
Okay, so the what because you
So I'll
the heap.
cover heap. One weapon part, one sugar,
1 weapon part, 1 sugar, that's cool.
5 component, and 2 wood.
5 components.
Right. Aha, to gopę.
Poczekaj.
Jeszcze raz.
Alright, so
1 weapon part, 1 sugar,
yep, we got
5
that.
component, and 2 wood.
And 2 wood. Alright,
So it is discarded.
Yep.
And furniture. Pick for some food. Yeah, 1 med,
med, that's cool.
1 herb,
Okay,
1 part, 2 water,
1 pot, 2 water, okay.
and 1 wood.
That's
Still no food.
Well, this sugar is like kind of food.
And I am trying to use a lockpick.
Roll for the lockpick.
So 4, 4 to 10, remove this card and place 1 wood into the storage.
Okay, so we open the door. Okay, and the bed cost us again 3 wood and 3 components, right? So, like this. Alright. Okay, Gosha, last actions. Everyone like have still in action.
So now I can
Yep.
yes, go to the furniture.
Yep.
And I think we should try to open the door.
We can also go here.
Yes,
For the rubble.
or for the heap. Maybe.
Yeah, that's cool. With the shovel, okay. And what Arika can do is she can try. No, we have only 1 lockpick. So maybe she will just poke about and we'll get some additional wood.
I'll swap her for the guy.
Yes, maybe. To
Because he has additional
Oh, the poke around.
ability
Yeah.
to poke.
That's a good idea. Alright, so furnitures first.
One jewelry,
Jewelry is
2
cool.
books, 1 lockpick, 2 components, and 1 wood.
Again, no
We have
food.
2 lockpicks. 2 lockpicks, one
1 lockpick,
Yeah.
2 component, and 1 wood.
Components and 1 wood.
Where can we find food?
In somewhere there.
Somewhere.
It will be not good. Okay. And okay, this guy roll for the poster. 9.
Nine.
Okay.
So it's
It's broken, but we opened it up. At 9, it always broken, same as with a shovel. And we get 1 wood. Okay.
rubble.
This guy. 6. So 6 is okay. And we got 1 wood.
And poke about.
Yeah, let's do it like this. Okay. And the last poke about. So here. 7. And plus 3, so 10. So 3 woods or components. So I would add
Component.
Wood.
wood because we have more components. Well, we have a lot of wood and components, but
No food.
no food. Okay, so those guys are back on the door guard. And yeah, now we get 4 new ideas. So at the every step after the the end of it, we get 4 ideas and we pick one that we can build next turn. 2, 3, 4. So basically we cleaned up the house, now we can build it up additionally. And I will decide what we have. So we can make a herbal garden where we can...
Can I have like a food garden instead?
Well, we can change the fertilizer and water for 3 herbs. And we can vegetable and raw food we can change for fertilizer. So that will not help us because we can have a metal workshop. So for example components we can create lockpick, crowbar. Crowbar is a weapon, so that's cool. Shovel, saw blade, knife, hatchet. We could use a hatchet with it. That's cool. So metal workshop is cool. Moonshine steel. So for 1 sugar, 1 water and 2 wood or book. In the morning we can get up to 3 moonshine. No, that's not the food. And guitar. So we can lower misery with guitar. I would take metal workshop.
Yeah.
Very obvious choice. Alright, so now we are going to the food stage of the character, where we need to spend 1 water on getting water to every character. So we don't have. Yeah. And regarding food, let me see the table. So basically, if we will not feed, they will get hungry. They will get the hunger token. And what we can do, we can give them canned food, which we don't have. That will lower one character by 2. Raw food, lower 1 character by 1. Vegetable, that will lower. And we can add sugar. And sugar is it will just make you not hungry this time, but will not lower your character.
Have sugar.
Yeah, we just have sugar. So I would say we would give the sugar. We also need to feed the dog.
I would feed the dog.
Ah, come on, with sugar. That's not a good idea, I guess. I would give the food to actually Arika, because he has misery and wounds, so she's the most prone one right now. Okay, so she will eat, and all the rest we get hunger 1, which gives them 1 black circle. So next turn they will be problematic. Okay.
They'll have less actions.
Yeah. And right now we're checking what addiction, because every character has some addiction that they have, or a habit or whatever. And now we'll be checking what will be the level. A is the most popular one. That is the possible. B is the one that is the middle one, and the C is very very rare. Okay, so we have the habit B. So the Arika, discard 1 cigarette from the storage or raise Arika misery by 1. We have the cigarette, so let's discard it, and she's okay. Okay. Marine, spirit, B. Discard 1 coffee from storage, must also possess at least 1 water in the storage, or raise marine misery by 1. Do we have a coffee?
No.
Okay, so this guy's got miserable because he didn't drink coffee. I can relate to that, I guess. Okay. Marco, B. If Marco is free, lower his illness by 1. So if he would be ill, you can actually lower his illness, but he's not ill, so that's okay. And Anton, if Anton is hungry, level 3, raise his illness by 1, but he's hungry level 1 only, so that's good. Alright, so we feed everyone, more or less. So now we get to see the visitor. So if some characters will normally die, there will be an arrival card, which would make it possible for another character to join our crew, but since we have full house, so that's not gonna happen. And the visitor is starving neighbor. A neighbor begs for some food. If you decide to share by removing from the storage one canned food, one raw food, one vegetable,
Which we don't have.
we don't have. Roll for a fate die on each character, resulting. If you want share, okay, but we don't have anything, so that's not a decision. So this goes on the back of it. Alright, so now we go back to the evening, where we decide which characters will go scavenge and which character will be left at house. And we also have a dog to decide what should we do. Evelina will again have the call to decide who's going to scavenge. I think the last part was pretty okay.
I think we'll do the same. So this one.
But right now the question is, because this night they will get fatigued by not sleeping, and we have 2 beds, so we can always give someone to bed, and when they are going to sleep the full night, they will actually get all fatigue removed.
But up
We
till
need
now
food.
they don't have
Well, we
any
need food.
fatigue.
Yeah, but
So
they will get this night. Yeah.
But I will
Well, yeah, still I think
let them sleep like in the next turn, and now they should look for food because I think it's more important. I don't know if you agree with me or not.
Well, Arika, I think she should go because she can lower noise level. Okay, maybe because 2 people are here, maybe we'll just leave dog and one person from him can sleep.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
which one do you want to? Maybe this one should stay because he has more
Yeah,
attack.
Anton should go to bed.
And then, okay.
Okay, and then dog is at guard. Okay, so right now, let me get the journal. There's like the fatigue. So if character slept in bed, it doesn't get fatigued. If character slept on the floor, no one did. A character didn't sleep at all, rise fatigue by 1. So Arika gets fatigue by 1. And the fatigue has the problem that it gives you like
Okay.
2 black dots. So it is very tiring not to sleep a whole night. So, okay. But we can also sleep during the day to lower the fatigue by 1 with one of the action. Okay. Now the wounds. Okay, so with wounds, the wounds can get better or worse. We are rolling the dice for every wound that we have in the group, and a result of 1 or 2 lowers a wound by 1. Result of 3 or 5 is like no change. Result of 6 to 10 raise wound by 1. So the biggest possibility is that the wounds get raised by 1. You may increase the chances of character getting better by, if the character is sleeping in bed, then we're subtracting 2, or we can use the bandages and then we subtract 5 from the result. We can maximally, we don't have the bandages.
We only met.
Mats, okay, so, right. Alright, so let's roll first for wounds on Arika. 10. Okay, so it raised by 1. And Anton is actually sleeping in bed, so he will be -2. 4 minus 2 is 2, so he actually gets his wounded removed. That's kind of cool. Alright, so this is the whole day that is happening, so we'll stop right in here. So this is like a full playthrough of a day. You got the taste of scavenging, you got the taste of a day, and you basically try to survive throughout the game. There are a lot of different events happening, there's a lot of reality impact happening. Also, a very important thing to notice is that normally those scripts, they will tell you to choose a color from this selection. And some of the colors, like red or black, symbolize very brutal events. So if you want a game that without brutal stories, you just take them out and then you will not get brutal events, right? If you want a family version that you'll be able to play with people more stealthy, you will just take the green version and then there will be not so harsh events, right? So this helps you to modify the game. You can take out the events the events decks that will actually modify you how long the game will take. So the game can take up through, like it can take up 2 hours, or it can be even like 10 hours long. But to make it kind of cool, there's a pretty cool mechanism, a save game mechanism, that you will put all the components into the safe or to the waste, close it up, and then you can open it up from like after 2 days or 3 days from the level you started up. So you write down what you have built, crossed out, and what you have cleaned and the house, and you know exactly where have you started. So more or less this is the game. I think we did pretty okay, I guess, because no one died the first day. So
But they're getting worse and worse.
Well, we didn't feed them at all, which is kind of bad. But we have like if we would find someone to trade, we have a jewelry to trade, we have meds to trade, and alcohol, which is we actually smoke the cigarettes. So, but this is very valuable thing to trade for. I hope you enjoyed this small presentation. Just remember that this is just a prototype of the game, and the final game will be better. The components will be better done and stuff like that. But you got the spirit of the game right here, and yeah, I hope you'll enjoy it. Cheers! See you next time.